Most gardeners wait way too long to see color in their backyard. While your neighbors are still staring at brown dirt, your garden could already be the star of the street. These early spring perennials are the secret to waking up your landscape weeks before anyone else. These 7 champions don't mind the morning frost and require almost zero maintenance. I've handpicked the toughest varieties that offer high-impact color with very little effort. Let's get ahead of the season and discover the plants that will transform your garden right now. Starting our list with a true garden legend, the Hellebores are the undisputed royalty of the early spring landscape. These incredible perennials are famous for their ability to bloom while there is still a bite in the air or even a dusting of snow. Unlike other delicate flowers, Hellebores feature thick, leathery, evergreen leaves that keep your garden looking structured and green all year long. Their nodding, cup-shaped flowers come in breathtaking shades, ranging from deep slate purple to creamy whites with intricate speckles. They are the ultimate early risers that prove your garden is finally coming back to life after its long winter nap. What makes Hellebores a favorite for low-maintenance fans is their amazing shade tolerance and long-lasting bloom period that can span several weeks. Once they are established in your soil, they are virtually unkillable and will continue to get better and more prolific with each passing year. They are also naturally resistant to deer and rabbits, which is a huge advantage when hungry wildlife starts roaming your yard. You don't need to do much to keep them happy other than providing a well-drained spot under the protection of some trees. Adding these to your collection ensures that your backyard will be the very first one on the block to show off its colors. At number 2, we have the iconic Snowdrops, the brave little flowers that often signal the very first end of winter. These delicate-looking plants are much tougher than they appear, often pushing their way through frozen ground or even a layer of snow. They feature dainty, drooping white bells that create a stunning carpet effect when planted in large drifts under trees or shrubs. Because they are bulbs, they naturally multiply over time, meaning your display will get more impressive with each passing year. They are the perfect low-profile plants for anyone who wants to see life in their garden as early as February or March. The best part about snowdrops is that they require absolutely zero effort from you once they are tucked into the soil. They prefer a spot with partial shade and moist, well-drained ground where they can settle in and colonize naturally. Since they finish their show before most other plants even wake up, they won't compete for space or nutrients in your flower beds. They are also completely ignored by deer and rodents, so you don't have to worry about your hard work being eaten overnight. If you want a classic fairy tale look that starts before spring officially arrives, these tiny white wonders are a must-have. Coming in at number 3 is the Crocus, a powerhouse of vibrant color that acts like a loud alarm clock for your garden. These small but mighty perennials are famous for their brilliant purples, bright yellows, and crisp whites that pop against the brown earth. They are incredibly fast growers, often appearing almost overnight as soon as the sun starts to warm the upper layer of soil. Planting them in your lawn or along walkways creates a spectacular jewel-toned effect that will stop neighbors in their tracks. They are the ultimate symbol of optimism, showing everyone that the warm days are finally just around the corner. One of the coolest things about crocus is how they open wide in the sunlight and close up tight during cloudy days or cold nights. They are very versatile and can be planted in rock gardens, containers, or even tucked directly into your grass for a wildflower meadow look. While they love a sunny spot, they are hardy enough to handle the unpredictable temperature swings of early spring without any damage. Because they are so affordable and easy to plant, you can easily add hundreds of them to create a high-impact visual explosion. Just give them a little space to breathe, and they will reward you with a stunning sea of color every single year. Number 4 is the winter aconite, a cheerful little plant that looks like a golden buttercup wearing a green leafy ruff. These are some of the earliest perennials to bloom, often appearing alongside snowdrops to create a beautiful gold and white contrast. They stay very low to the ground, making them an excellent choice for filling in the front of your borders or covering bare soil. Their bright yellow flowers provide an essential early food source for honeybees that might wake up on an unusually warm spring day. They bring a much-needed punch of sunshine to the garden when the sky is still gray and overcast. Winter aconites are remarkably easy to grow because they love the cool, damp conditions of early spring that other plants might hate. They are great for naturalizing, which means they will slowly spread on their own to form a dense golden carpet over time. Since they go dormant and disappear by midsummer, they won't get in the way of your later blooming perennials or summer annuals. They are also quite rugged and can handle being stepped on occasionally if you plant them near the edges of your garden paths. If you want a plant that brings instant joy and zero maintenance to your landscape, this golden treasure is the one. At number 5, we have the Siberian Squill, which is famous for bringing a rare and electric blue color to the early spring garden. These tiny but prolific perennials produce nodding, star-shaped flowers that look like fallen pieces of the sky scattered across your lawn. They are incredibly hardy and can withstand freezing temperatures and late spring snowfalls without losing their vibrant hue. When planted in large groups, they create a stunning blue carpet that is unlike anything else blooming at this time of year. They are the perfect choice if you want a high-contrast look that stands out against the brown winter mulch. The real magic of Siberian Squill is how easily they naturalize and spread throughout your garden beds with almost zero assistance. They prefer a spot with full sun to partial shade and will happily grow under deciduous trees before the leaves even start to fill in. Because they are so small and unobtrusive, you can plant them right on top of other later blooming perennials without any issues. They are also highly resistant to pests, so you won't have to worry about squirrels or rabbits ruining your blue spring display. Once you plant these bulbs, you can sit back and enjoy a bigger, bolder sea of blue every single spring. Number 6 is the dwarf iris, a miniature version of the classic garden favorite that packs a massive punch of bright yellow color. These little gems stand only a few inches tall, but their intricate flower structure make them look like living pieces of art on the garden floor. They often bloom alongside the very first crocuses, offering a different texture and a more architectural shape to your early landscape. The sunny yellow petals feature delicate green or brown markings that demand a closer look from anyone passing by. They are specifically bred to handle the unpredictable mood swings of early spring weather with total ease. What makes these dwarf irises so special is their ability to thrive in rock gardens or along the tight edges of your favorite garden paths. They prefer well-drained soil and a sunny location where they can soak up the first warm rays of the year. Because of their small size, they are also fantastic for container gardening if you want to bring some early spring color to your patio or porch. They go dormant shortly after blooming, which allows your summer plants to take over the space without any competition for nutrients. If you appreciate fine details and bold colors, these tiny yellow warriors are an essential addition to your backyard. Closing out our list at number 7 is the enchanting Pasque flower, a perennial that is as fascinating to touch as it is to look at. This plant is covered in soft, silvery hairs that act like a fur coat to protect it from the chilly early spring air. The flowers are stunning bell-shaped blooms in deep shades of purple with a bright golden yellow center that really pops. As the flowers fade, they turn into unique feathery seed heads that add a whimsical and ornamental touch to your garden for weeks. It's a plant that brings a sense of mystery and texture that most other spring bloomers simply can't match. Pasque flowers are incredibly drought tolerant once they're established, making them a very low-maintenance option for sun-drenched areas of your yard. They have deep tap roots that help them survive harsh conditions, but this also means they prefer to stay in one spot rather than being moved around. They love gritty, well-drained soil and will reward you with more blooms every year as the clump slowly expands in size. Since they're one of the first plants to provide nectar, they're a vital lifeline for early-season pollinators like bumblebees. It's the perfect grand finale for our early spring list, combining rugged durability with breathtaking fuzzy beauty. The best part of gardening is seeing a life return to the soil when you least expect it. These 7 perennials are more than just plants. They're the first signs that a new season is finally here. You don't need a lot of time or effort to make this happen in your own backyard. All it takes is a little bit of planning and choosing the right varieties that love the early spring chill. Your garden is a reflection of how you prepare for the beauty that's coming next. Now it's time to get out there and enjoy the fresh air as your landscape starts to wake up.